I am on a bike. I'm on an electric bike right now, riding up a steep slope in Brooklyn to Prospect Park. Prospect Park is one of the biggest parks in New York City. It's either the biggest or the second biggest, something like that. And it was built 10 years after Central Park. I'm going up there to go for a bike ride, and I thought, you know what? Look, time is short. I don't want to stay inside all day. Why don't I record today's episode on the bike? And that's what I'm doing. I'm recording episode 56 of The Edward Show. This is my daily podcast from this bike. Here is what you will get from today's episode. Today's episode is going to be about my thesis on viral stunts. My thesis on doing some sort of stunt that gets spread, that goes viral because people like it and they want to send it to their friends, to their family, to their coworkers. And I have a thesis on how to create those. And that's what today's episode is going to be about. I like to simplify my theses. And this thesis is very, very simple. Some might say it's too simple. This is the only thing that I found works. If you're going to do a stunt, you're going to put work into it. And so you want to put work into something that's good. You want to put work into something that has the highest chances of popping off. And what I have found, man, there is crazy cars stuck in this intersection. Oh, I'm at traffic. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going on the wrong side of the street now. Going way faster than all these cars who are blocked up. All right, what I have found is these stunts that are the most viral are the ones that I was most excited to create, or me and my co-producers were most excited to make. I'm weaving in between cars now, but I'm almost at the park. Okay, this is crazy. Oh my God, this is really bad. All right, I'm alive. All right, I'm alive. I've made it to the park. I'm gonna do a couple laps. There's this great bike trail in Prospect Park here in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm going to do a couple laps while I share this thesis with you. Very sunny, hot, wonderful day. I'm going so fast. The thesis, you got to make what you are excited about. You got to do what you are excited about. I came up with so many ideas that got me excited for this podcast, and this recording is one of them. Recording a podcast while going on an electric bike ride in New York City, that's weird, that's crazy. And it got me excited. I shared it with a friend, and he laughed. And I'm like, oh man, I got to do this. I got to do this because it's funny and it's weird and it's quirky and it's exciting. And now I'm doing it right now. I'm going to go on another one of these along the West Side Highway, not on the highway, but by the bike trail on the highway that goes along the Hudson River here in New York and Manhattan. And that is a crazy trail. Insane. I'm going to start from the Meatpacking District, go up north to the George Washington Bridge. And there's so many things to see on that trail and so many people and other bikes. It's a wild trail. This ride is really nice. I wish you guys, let me just describe what I'm seeing. Oh, whoa. Okay, let me just describe what I'm seeing. It's a park. So I'm biking underneath the foliage. There's other bikers, there's runners. It smells so good because it just rained. Oh, it smells so nice. This is great. I spent the last several hours at home stopping all my Twitter ads and starting brand new ones. I've been talking a lot about how amazing Twitter ads are, and I wanted to test new ones, and I just stopped all my campaigns, ran new ones with new creatives, new copy, and I'm excited to see how they do. Yesterday's episode was everything that I know about Twitter X ads, where I get millions of impressions and thousands of link clicks for literal cents, less than $1. It's crazy. All right, my thesis on viral stunts. You got to do what you're excited about. I want to give an example about this. This was in 2000, and I've done this like many times. Some examples I'm a bit hesitant to share because some of them are very crazy, and where they've like worked really well, but they're like they're a bit risque. But the one that I'm going to share is one of my most viral stunts. It's a video called Fake Celebrity Pranks NYC. You can search it on YouTube. Made in 2012. I think it has 6 or 7 million views on YouTube. And on Facebook, it got like 100 million views. And it's since been shared everywhere. We basically, me and my friends, were the first people to do the whole like fake celebrity pranks genre. We invented that genre, and it's been copied hundreds of times, thousands of times by other people. Fake Justin Bieber pranks Times Square. Fake Barack Obama pranks them all. Like, this has been copied so many times. But we were the first ones. We did fake celebrity pranks NYC. And the story is, what happened is, I was video chatting with my friend Brett Cohen. Brett is now head of events at Forbes. He's going to come on the show. One of my closest friends in the world. I met him while we were both interning at ABC. And he had a radio show at the time where he got celebrities on. He interviewed like Paris Hilton, Jimmy Fallon. He got big celebrities. He was a kid, and the celebrities loved that this like 17-year-old kid had this radio show. And one morning in 2012, I said, Brett, when I met you, I thought you were famous, because the way that he carries himself, it's like a famous person. And I thought it was a famous person. And then I said to him, I'm like, I wonder, like, if we had fake paparazzi, could we convince people that you are an A-list celebrity? And 5 minutes after that, he was on Craigslist putting up ads to see if any bodyguards wanted to execute this idea for free just because it was funny. So we wanted bodyguards to walk with Brett to see if we could trick people into thinking that he was an A-list celebrity, a Tom Cruise, an Adam Sandler, a Brad Pitt, super famous. Could we convince people that Brett Cohen, a nobody at the time, oh man, I'm going fast, I'm going downhill. Oh my God. Could we convince him that he was, okay, wait. Oh my God. I'm sorry, it's going uncomfortably fast. Back to the story. If you're wondering how why the cuts are so short, like there's not really pauses between me freaking out and then me going back to the story, it's because I'm using this tool called Descript, and I reduce the gaps. Any gap that is over 3/4 of a second, I just minimize it to 3/4 of a second. So that's the minimum gap between speaking within this podcast. That's what I do for every show, so it's more exciting, more stream of consciousness. Back to the story this time. We loved the idea. We were excited to do it. And because we were excited to do it, we had bodyguards who were professional bodyguards, and they wanted to do this for free for us to create this video, to execute this vision. Remember, nothing like this had been done before. Now this is a tried out genre. So many people have done this, but nothing like this had been done. I actually don't know any podcasts or any podcasters who do their shows on bikes or I'm sure there are ones on walks. What I want to do is I want to do it on walks. I want to do it on bikes. I want to do it on trains here in New York. I want to ride the subway and record a podcast on the subway and just start doing that a lot. And it'll save me time because I can record the podcast as I commute, but also it'll be fun. It'll be funny. I'm very excited to just like incorporate this into my shows. And that's the thesis. You gotta be excited. You gotta be happy. No one wants to listen to a podcast where the host is not enjoying him or herself. No one wants to watch a video where the creators don't feel strongly about it. And every time I've made a video where I just like feel completely mediocre about it, doesn't do well. And my best performing videos across YouTube, across TikTok, across everything are ones that I was excited to make. So we get the bodyguards. We get 2 bodyguards who are excited. One is a retired police officer. We put up ads for fake paparazzi. We have people who are super interested in doing this because it's a fun idea. So we get the fake paparazzi down. I went to film school. I pitched this idea to a bunch of people that I went to film school with, asking if they want to shoot this for free. We get 3 camera people, one of whom is a close friend of mine. His name is Michael Sores, and we since made a bunch of videos together. Shout out Michael. I'm actually going to send him this podcast after. Shout out Michael Sores. He's Gotham House on TikTok. Great guy. He works at the New York Post now. He makes videos at the New York Post. We have everyone lined up. Everyone is doing this for free because it's a hilarious idea. Big bumblebee just flew past me. And actually, the video almost didn't work out. We show up, we're starting at Rockefeller Center, and then the plan is to walk into Times Square and try to trick everyone in front of Rockefeller Center and Times Square that Brett is a world-class celebrity. Brett is going to be the fake celebrity. He has makeup on. We show up, and Brett didn't tell me this beforehand because he knew that I would panic. And this is in 2012, and half of our paparazzi, actually like 3/4 of our paparazzi, said they couldn't make it because it was like one person who was bringing all of these. But then the other person who was coming, we didn't expect this, brought a bunch of her friends. And so it worked out. So we had like 5 paparazzi, 5 fake paparazzi, 3 cameramen. We got a fake assistant and a fake publicist from Craigslist who wanted to do this for free. We had the two bodyguards, and we walk out of Rockefeller Center. We set up our 5 fake paparazzi in front of Rockefeller Center. Brett walks out. And you can see this. It's Fake Celebrity Pranks NYC. And because we had these fake paparazzi in front of Rock Center, people stopped. People stopped because they wanted to see who was walking out of Rockefeller Center, thinking it was going to be like someone that they recognized. And even though when Brett walked out with the bodyguards, they didn't recognize him, they took pictures anyway because our fake paparazzi was taking pictures. Herd mentality. It's a real thing. People follow what everyone else is doing. If you look up, somebody else is going to look up. And then if somebody else sees 2 people looking up, they're going to look up as well. That's how we are. And we ended up getting a huge crowd in front of Rockefeller Center. We walked to Times Square. Some of the crowd followed us. And then in Times Square, the same thing happened. We literally stopped traffic. We stopped traffic because so many people were gathering around Brett and they were overflowing onto the street. Oh my God, the air is so great here in Prospect Park right now. Wow, this is an incredible bike ride. One of my favorites. This is a great bike ride. And I get to share it with all of you. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm so lucky. All right, so we make the video. Actually, what happened after, this is a side note. I leave Brett, and when I leave Brett, Brett walks into the subway. I turn around, and I walk into a support beam for scaffolding. I was so excited and amped up that when I turn around, I didn't see it, and there was just a support beam right behind me. I bang my head in it, and I have to get stitches until 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. And it was like such a crazy day because we shot this huge video with all these people in Times Square. And then I ended up in the hospital getting stitches until 5:30 a.m. All right. Over the next month, we edit the video. We have, 3 camera angles and lots of footage, and we edit the video, and then we release it, and we need to distribute it because YouTube doesn't have built-in distribution at this point. It doesn't just push your video out to people. We don't have any subscribers. It's a new channel. And so I put it on Reddit. And then during this time, I was working at NYC nightclubs. So I put it on the video subreddit of Reddit, and then I go out to the club. And then oh man, I'm going downhill again. And then it's like, I put it up at maybe 7:30 or 8 p.m. the evening. And now it's like 11:30 or midnight at the club. And I say, oh yeah, I put that video on Reddit. Let me see how it's doing. And I'm with a few of my friends. And I see that it's like number 3 on our videos and number 5 on all of Reddit. And I tell my friends get excited. And over the course of the next hour and a half at this rooftop club in New York City, many people are gathered around me watching this video climb to number 1 on Reddit. And it reaches number 1 on Reddit. And back 11 years ago, Reddit was really the front page of the internet. If you were number 1 on Reddit, you were hyper viral. Now the internet is a lot more, it's a lot more fractured into different communities. And it's not just the internet, it's also apps like Discord and like TikTok. But back then it was the web. It was the internet. And this thing went hyper viral 2 days after putting the video on Reddit. So this is like a month and 2 days after shooting the video. We're going on the biggest TV shows in the world. After it goes viral on Reddit, the next day we're hit up by all of these, we're hit up by all these shows. The Today Show wants to have us on. Good Morning America wants to have us on. All these international news shows want to have us on. We do all of them. We get flown out. We get flown out to Los Angeles to be on a daytime NBC talk show. And the reason that this video did so well, and subsequent videos have done well, and prior videos have done well, was because we were excited to make it. Our excitement flowed to everybody who was involved because we were so genuinely excited. Our excitement flowed to everybody who was involved, and it made it do really well. Now, there is a caveat. Like, the more complex a video is, there have been times where this didn't work out because the video production was too complex, and so it wasn't executed the way that we intended. So the simpler something is, and the more excited you are, I think there's this relationship. The simpler something is, the more excited you are by it, the more likely it is to go viral. And that's what I've experienced. One of my favorite podcasts, it's called My First Million, and one of the hosts, Sean Purry, he said viral content is just energy transference. And I feel so strongly about that statement. That's why I started this podcast. I've shared that before. Energy transference. If you have a lot of positive energy and you're always giving off positive energy, and I think I am, people are going to resonate with that and they're going to love that. That is why content does well from my experience and in my opinion. That is why content does well. That is why I am recording episode 56 of The Edward Show on a bike. And that's why I have a big smile on my face. But it's, yeah, make stuff that you want to see. Caleb Simpson, he's the guy who goes around New York and now the world asking people how much they pay for rent and for an apartment tour. He started that series because he wanted to see it. Nobody else was willing to make it. And wouldn't you know, it became such a big series that it's now a meme. People meme that. And it was the same with the fake celebrity genre. All right, this is episode 56 of The Edward Show. I hope you like this episode. I've never done an episode where I recorded on a bike. Or actually, like, every episode has been recorded in a room. And this is out. This is out in public, people looking at me as I record this. I'm going downhill again on this huge downward slope in Prospect Park in Brooklyn, New York. Episode 56. If you like this, please consider, following, subscribing, whatever there is on whatever streaming platform you're listening to this on. Maybe giving a nice rating. I'm going way too fast. I will talk to you again tomorrow. I got to put down this mic and break. Bye now.